Hill Republicans sprint to Trump's corner before indictment details are clear. Congressional Republicans lined up to declare their fealty to Donald Trump on Thursday despite lacking details about his indictment by a New York grand jury, signaling that they would clamor to cast his forthcoming prosecution as politically motivated regardless of the substance. When Trump wins, these people will pay. Representative Ronnie Jackson, Republican Texas, said moments after the news broke that Trump would face an indictment on unspecified charges connected to hush money payments he made to a porn actress in 2016 to silence her claim of an extramarital affair. Other congressional Republicans expressed varying degrees of rage at the indictment or alleged political motivations behind the case, led by District Attorney Alvin Bragg. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, Argos, said her party should retaliate by impeaching President Joe Biden because the gloves are off. Representative Anna Paulina Luna, our flaw, warned colleagues in Congress that they need to think long and hard about their oath of office and step up, or get out of the way. Speaker Kevin McCarthy made no promises of specific action but said the House would hold Alvin Bragg and his unprecedented abuse of power to account. Alvin Bragg has irreparably damaged our country in an attempt to interfere in our presidential election, he said in a statement. Though the precise details of the charges against Trump are unclear, the New York-based case centers on allegations that he bought the silence of Stormy Daniels, who sought to sell her story of an earlier affair with Trump in the closing weeks of the 2016 election. Bragg confirmed that he had contacted Trump's lawyer to coordinate his surrender to the Manhattan DA's office but that the indictment remained sealed and an arraignment date had not yet been picked. The hush money case percolated in New York and in the Justice Department for years but eventually went dormant. Bragg appeared to abandon it shortly after becoming district attorney last year, but it surged back to life in recent weeks, with a cascade of witnesses including Trump's former attorney and fixer Michael Cohen returning to the grand jury. That timeline has led Trump to frame the probe as politically motivated, driven by Democratic-led prosecutors in New York City. Republicans on Capitol Hill were eager to amplify those claims, often in starkly political terms, contending that the charges against Trump would motivate his supporters and boost his prospects for returning to the White House in 2024. Even Senate Republicans, who have not leapt as readily as their House counterparts to defend Trump in the past, blasted out statements condemning the indictment. This is a politically motivated prosecution by a far-left activist, Senate GOP Conference Chair John Barrasso of Wyoming said in a statement. If it was anyone other than President Trump, a case like this would never be brought. Senator Tom Tillis, RNC, declared that the indictment doesn't pass the smell test. Politics should never tip the scales of justice, and Congress has every right to investigate the conduct and decision-making of the Manhattan DA's office, he added. Democrats, on the other hand, made a concerted effort to present a measured response, suggesting that the legal process should play out and the indictment showed no one, not even a former president, was above the law. The indictment of a former president is unprecedented. But so are Trump's alleged offenses, said Representative Adam Schiff, Democrat, California, one of Trump's longtime political nemesis. If the rule of law is to be applied equally, and it must apply to the powerful as it does to everyone else, even presidents, especially presidents. To do otherwise is not democracy. Others urged allies not to celebrate and emphasize the somber nature of the news, particularly amid concerns that a Trump indictment might be accompanied by security risks. As this case progresses, let us neither celebrate nor destroy, Representative Eric Swalwell, Republican, California, said in a statement. Representative Ted Lieu, Democrat, California, issued a quick rejoinder to McCarthy, emphasizing that his heated rebuke of Bragg came despite the complete absence of details about the evidence the district attorney had amassed. Dear Speaker McCarthy, you don't know the charges. You don't know the evidence presented to the grand jury. You don't know about other evidence the DA may have, Lieu wrote. What you are doing is attempted political interference in an ongoing local criminal prosecution, and you need to stop.
This is about power. It is a demonstration of raw power. I think the Democrats know this has nothing to do with the law. They're sending a message, and the message is they will use any power that they have to interfere in the next presidential election.
I see my colleagues on the Republican side bashing the district attorney as partisan and that this is an attack on justice. They don't know what the evidence is, so how can they actually say that legitimately and with any foundation when they don't know what the charges are?
We're used to seeing these things with political leaders arrested, grandmothers hijacked in our city centers, government printing money till it goes out of style in third world countries, and now that's being visited on the United States of America. I spoke with President Trump moments ago, and he is resolute and focused. And he's concerned about what this does to America's brand around the world.
This is, I think, an affirmation of the principle that no one is above the law, that the law should apply equally, and you follow the evidence where it leads. The Manhattan grand jury believes it led to Donald Trump and it led to criminal activity.
I see this as we are showing one of the fundamental tenets of a democracy, that the law applies to everyone equally. No one is above the law, not even a former president of the United States.
They're trying to bleed him dry. DonaldJTrump.com. Go tonight, give the president some money to fight this bullshit. This is going to destroy America. We're going to fight back at the ballot box. We're not going to give in. How does this end, Sean? Trump wins in court, and he wins the election.